Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh, and sizzling news all day long. If this is your first time here or you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, like this video, also leave your opinions in the comment section below. A social cultural group in northern Nigeria, the Northern Alternative Forum, NAF, has asked appropriate security agencies in Nigeria to investigate former governor of Rivers State and ex-transportation minister, Honorable Rotimi Amaechi, for his recent scathing criticism of the Tinubu administration, which the group considers as inciting. Amaechi had, in a recent interview with ABN TV, wondered why Nigerians were not angry enough to express their umbrage against the increasing hardship and multidimensional poverty in the country, which he believed were direct product of the administration's ill-advised economic policies. The former Rivers State governor had added up everything and concluded that Nigerians were not protesting enough against rising cost of living, frequent hike in the pump price of petrol, as well as their inability to afford basic necessities of life. But the Northern Alternative Forum, in a statement issued by its national chairman, Malam Gidado Ibrahim, declared that Amaechi's tough stance was treasonable and capable of inciting insurrection against the Tinubu's administration. The group maintained that the former transportation minister lacked the credibility and moral authority to lampoon the administration, accusing him of alleged mismanagement of funds, ineptitude, high-handedness as minister. The group observed Amaechi's statement that expresses surprise at the prevailing calm despite increasing hardship amounts to weeping sentiment against the government with the hope of causing insurrection. In fact, it's treasonable. It also upbraided Amaechi for his handling of the Ministry of Transportation, alleging habitual dissolution of a board of Nigerian Ports Authority, NPA, and NIMASA, all in a bid to cover its tracks. The group then urged Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, ICPC, and other associated financial crimes agency to investigate Amaechi's tenure as Minister of Transportation. The group continued, for Rotimi Amaechi to speak on matters of governance is like an hyena seeking to treat others of diarrhea while its tail is full of feces. Have he cleared himself of the 96 billion naira fraud from Rivers State's money leveled against him? Has he cleared himself of all his alleged malfeasance at the Ministry of Transportation? The group also spoke on other matters of national importance, praising President Tinubu for tackling the issue of fuel subsidy headlong, wondering, why are we still battling with fuel subsidy? It's because the last administration failed to take the bull by the horn. That's what President Tinubu has summoned the courage to do. Why these tantrums? We at NAF know why Amaechi is incensed with Tinubu's administration. He wanted to be president. He had banked on the support of some powerful elements in the last government to facilitate his clinching the APC presidential ticket. Unfortunately, politics don't work on sentiment. The man who deserved and sincerely worked for it got it. This vituperation is a pent-up anger from his failed political ambition. On the Tinubu reforms, the group said that no reform comes without initial pains, declaring every genuine reforms comes with initial discomfort. It's like a pregnant woman. After the 9 months pain, her baby arrives and she forgets all the pain. This is my advice to Nigerians. Disregard failed politicians who are looking for where to vent their frustration. Instead, focus focus on your support for Tinubu's administration and its lofty reform agenda. For in due time we shall all reap the good fruit. Before the due time come, may no be say half of the population are dead before they are already dead of hunger. Have died of hunger, Jerry, pardon me. Before the good fruit will now start coming out. By then, who will now eat the good fruit when half of the population has died from hunger? In fact, it's so surprising. It's not only Rotimi Amaechi that is surprised that people are not protesting. Although people try to protest, just that the government are also trying to shut people down. The government on their part are also, this administration comes with some features of the Abacha regime, military regime, because you guys saw the incident of them arresting the Nigerian Labour Congress president, Joe Ajaero, going after the British American man for bailing out protesters from prison, accusing him of terrorism act, and all of those, shenanigans from the government going after protesters, accusing protesters of terrorism, whereas the real terrorists are in the bush. They did not go after those people. They are even giving those real terrorists, they are granting them amnesty. And for what? You guys don't forget that recently one of the Boko Haram members who was arrested, held captive, and they were trying to revitalize him or reorientate him. He ran away from the prison with their gun. You can imagine. This Nigerian government, they have turned to laughing stock, even in the international community, because what? How do you say you are reorientating criminals, people that you ought to send to prison? In America, there are prisons that they call that they are prisons for chronic criminals. Like, is it Guantanamo or so? The popular prison in America where they send chronic criminals to. And they give them inhuman treatment. Real terrorists, that is where they send them to. International terrorists that are terrorizing the American people and their citizens. That is where they should send these Boko Haram people to, and they are trying to think from their own perspective, trying to see if they can reorientate them. At the end of the day, you release them back into the society, and you expect that insecurity should not continue. What an insane government that we have! What an insane government that we have! You all, let me have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, because at this point, this government, I don't even know what else to say to their matter. I don't know, because it seems as if they are just purposely trying to choke us. They are purposely trying to. Tinubu is trying to. That's why people are calling him T-Pain, because he came to cause Nigerians pain. It's as if he said it before leaving that I go show on a Pepe. Now that Pepe will they see now. Thank you very much, you all, for always watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.